Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here tonight with us to learn about this amazing technology that we are truly watching change people's lives. It's why we're here, why we do this every Monday night, because we want as many people as possible to know about this and be able to get to start using it and see all of the amazing benefits that so many of us have already received. So my name's Nikki McCutchen. Please know that whoever invited you to the call tonight must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. The call tonight will be for 30 minutes. For those of you who are new on the call tonight, we are going to be discussing our product called X39. It activates and elevates a peptide called GHK copper peptide in the body. I'm going to go into detail about that. Please feel free to put your questions in the chat. We can answer those at the end, or if you want to come on and raise your hand at the end and talk and join us live, that's fine too, but the chat's always available during this whole presentation for you to get to ask any question that you might have. So our technology inspires the body to do what it already does best, which is heal itself. It's our goal to help people opt out of the disease management system in our country and opt into a better way of helping the body be the best it can be and take care of business on its own, rather than needing help from drugs. So with that, we're going to start with our medical disclaimer. Tonight we'll be sharing is for informational and educational purposes only. All Lifeway products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease in the body. If you are pregnant or nursing or on medications, please make sure to check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. So with that, I am going to tell you about this truly amazing little patch technology that is FDA recognized and compliant as a general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal, meaning there's nothing that transfers from the patch into your body. It is actually sealed on both sides with medical grade plastic that is completely hypoallergenic. It is in the center, that little white part in the center is made up of organic amino acids and salts that is in a crystal lattice structure that's reflective like a mirror, reflecting back at a very specific frequency into the body. So reflecting your own body's infrared light back into the body, turning on specific peptides. And I'm going to go into that here a little bit more in a minute. But this technology has a 96% effectiveness rate. That is truly jaw-dropping and awe-inspiring to get that high of an effectiveness rate. What that tells us is that it is always working in the body. It is always turning on that peptide so the peptide can go and do what it was designed to do in the body. For the 4% that seems to struggle with the technology, we have this amazing product called Cellergize. This helps to optimize. We have all the balanced things, the magnesium, the potassium, the balance of the copper and the zinc ratio. So all of those things that you need so that GHK copper peptide can be working properly in the body. And so this has that in there. Now, why would someone, 96% of you, the other people, why would you decide to use this technology or use this product in particular? So if you already use electrolytes, so if you're an athlete, especially like here in the South, it's hot, we're sweating, so you are expending electrolytes quickly. And so having something that will help you replace those electrolytes do that. So magnesium and potassium help to do that in the body. So this is something that's very easy that you can use. The great thing is that if you're any type of athlete, you probably already take amino acids. Some of you that work out may not take amino acids, but have heard of them and help muscle building. And it's something maybe you've wanted to do, but just haven't figured out how to add that to your routine. The awesome thing is both of those things are combined all in one product, as well as a balanced copper and zinc ratio, as well as another product that is called Xanthox, which helps to optimize your own body's ability for your own body's stem cells to work properly. And so all of this is in one product. So if you were to break down everything that's actually in here, it would easily be over $250 for all the products that you would buy that would equal what's in here. And you can get this as affordably as $50. So truly amazing. So definitely look into that if you already do any of those things, or If for some reason you struggle with alanine or your copper zinc ratio or anything like that, magnesium, potassium, most people are deficient in magnesium and potassium as well. So even if you're not an athlete, even if you don't sweat a lot, most people do need to supplement those in their diet anyway. So that is just a great add that we have now that we can offer you that will not only help your body work properly, but also optimize this technology. So the great thing is that when you're considering anything that would be compared to our X39 technology, the only thing that even compares even closely to what this technology does is a stem cell injection. So you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. This is pennies on the dollar compared to that. And you're talking about an injection that they tell you there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So with this, we can tell you it absolutely is always working. If you're here in the Tulsa area, I have plenty of people that I could recommend you to that have scanners that can show you it is instantly working in the body. So if you have any type of thermography wherever you are and you utilize the patch technology, that will show instantaneous reduction in inflammation in the body as well, which is truly phenomenal. So there are lots of things out there that you can utilize to show that the technology really is working instantly, which is what's so cool. So this technology is completely patented, actually over 200 patents. You cannot get a patent if your product does not do what it says it's going to do. So that's pretty phenomenal for the company, as well as we have over 90 clinical studies. So you're talking about very scientifically backed and, patented backed to say that this technology really does do what we're talking about tonight. So there's no product in the world that does what this technology, what the X39 actually does in the body. So like I said, the only comparison is a stem cell injection. And the other things I'm going to talk to you about, a stem cell injection does none of those things. It has no supportive other benefits to the body that this technology actually has by turning on and activating GHK copper peptide. So how does the technology actually work? It works through a process called photobiomodulation. And that's just a big word for light making change in the body. Every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And then that vitamin D goes and does what it was already designed to do in the body anyway. This technology works the same way, only you don't need the sun. You become the light and the heat source. So this is that infrared light that we emit that I was talking about before. How we know this actually happens is when you're looking through night vision goggles, or you see on the movies and they're looking through night vision goggles, they start talking about a heat signature. So they're looking for the people or the animals and they're talking about a heat signature. And you see all those different colors that come up. Scientifically, that is a low-grade infrared light. That low-grade infrared light hits the center of this patch like a mirror, and it gets reflected back at a very specific frequency in the body, turning on GHK copper peptide. So you can wear this patch anywhere you want to on the body. If you have a pain in your knee, in your elbow, in your hip, you can wear it in any of those places. Do we have clinically tested spots? Yes, we do, but the company has been around for over 20 years. And so we know that you can place this technology on anywhere on the body. And because our infrared light emits everywhere, it's going to reflect and turn on GHK copper peptide. So what does GHK copper peptide actually do in the body? It is a very long list. So if you go to patchtheway.com, that's PATCH, theway.com, you scroll down a little ways, there's going to be links on there to PubMed, to our clinical studies, to the patents. So everything is right there. And it's going to, even if you Google GHK copper peptide or GHK-CU, you're going to see all the different things that GHK copper peptide does in the body. This peptide was found over 50 years ago. So there's over 50 years of research on what it actually does in the body, which is truly phenomenal. So the other thing that you're getting benefit to is that, we're talking about being compared to a stem cell injection. This is also a peptide therapy. So there's lots of peptide therapy therapies, peptide injections out there. This is a peptide therapy product as well, but without any injections, being completely non-invasive. So that's what's truly amazing too, supporting the body to do what it was already designed to do anyway, without any fillers or stabilizers or anything like that. It's just your body doing what it was designed to do. So GHK copper peptide is truly the fountain of youth in the body. It turns on and optimizes stem cell production. So what happens is as we age, our stem cells just no longer work optimally. By the time we're 30, half of our stem cells have already declined by half. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% of those stem cells that are any longer working optimally. So between 30 and 60, you can see with people, aches, pains, illness, disease, all of these things start to set in and people start to have issues. Whereas if that wasn't declining, we would feel more like when we were in our 20s, where we would have optimal health, we would feel good, we would bounce back from injuries, and things just work so much better because those stem cells were optimized in our bodies. So this actually turns back that on, resetting 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. So again, not only turning on the stem cells, but actually resetting genes that would cause could, as we age, things mutate or they don't work properly anymore. Or if you've had your DNA done, some things that maybe aren't working properly, which is why you have some certain symptomology. Well, when you were 25, you didn't have any of that symptomology. So those genes were still working properly. So this helps to reset over 4,000 to a younger, healthier state. So you're getting great benefit just in those two things. So let's talk about some more. So we talked about stem cells. Talk about the cardiovascular system. So GHK copper peptide completely supports at the mitochondrial level every single part of your cardiovascular system, which is truly phenomenal because so many people are concerned with heart disease. So imagine putting on a tiny little patch and now your heart is supported. The blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels are all supported to help to work optimally. So it's very common for people to report on this technology that their blood pressure begins to come back in balance. So truly phenomenal in that way as well. It also supports your brain. So your brain fog begins to remove, depression, anxiety begins to lift. You start to think clearer. You're able to form words again. Definitely, I noticed at about 6 weeks that brain fog beginning to lift. I was thinking clearer. I was remembering questions I'd asked my kids and they'd given me an answer and I wasn't forgetting the answer anymore. So that was super helpful. I was so thankful to just feel like I was thinking clearly again. So, huge benefits there to the brain. So normal things like that. So with this technology, very normal to see pain reduction, sleeping better, improvements in energy, enhanced strength, stamina, and performance. But then what's cool is we also see the miraculous happen because your body is designed to heal itself. So when you support the way the body was designed, God gets to do it. God gets to be on show for what he's able to do. And that's just truly fascinating to me. So I have truly witnessed the miraculous for sure. I've been using this for 2 years now, over 2 years. So I have seen multiple heart conditions reverse. I have seen people's brains create new neural pathways, even to the extent of a friend of mine who has a very serious heart and brain condition combined, to where he goes on life support every single night. It has for the last 13 years. Those conditions for him are beginning to reverse, which I told him when I sat down with him, I have no idea. I don't even know what to tell you. I have no idea if this is going to work for you, but let's just commit to consistently wearing it for 2 years and let's see what happens. So I would have never told him that it would work on both his brain and his heart at the same time. But that's what his body did. That's what was so amazing. In 9 months, he's beginning to show reversal in those conditions. And he came back and said to me, Nikki, thank you so much for showing me this technology. I would have never imagined that I could have potentially gotten off life support. And now I can truly say that that may happen for me, because that's what his doctors were talking to him about. So truly miraculous. Again, I have no idea. I have no idea if it will do that for you, if you have any of those things going on or know someone. All I know is that there is nothing easier than putting on this patch and going about your day. Okay, there's nothing easier than that. Plus, there's nothing more affordable than that as well. Are you kidding me? To help support your brain and your heart in that way, there is, the amount of supplementation that you would have to ingest to support both of those systems in your body would be hundreds of dollars to do everything that both of those systems need. So truly pennies on the dollar for what we're talking about. So those three areas so far: stem cells, cardiovascular system, brain, the collagen in your body. So most people think collagen is just hair, skin, and nails. It's actually the glue that holds your body together. So the ligaments, the tendons, the fascia, the lining of your organs, everything is collagen is everywhere in your body. So this is now being supported and reset to a younger, healthier state. So all 28 different types of collagen are being supported. So human collagen, okay? So nothing that's being ingested, nothing that has to go through a body process of breakdown, ingestion, transportation, getting to the right place, being absorbed, all of those things. This is just turning that on. That turns on at about 3 months. So what you need to understand is that this is a commitment to your health. This is pursuit of health and supporting your body's ability to work and function naturally. So learning to embrace that commitment, pursuing health, investing in your health, and then also just being consistent, finding a consistent routine that will work well for you, your family, your body, and finding that is what's going to help optimize this technology. So the interesting thing is that GHK copper peptide and collagen reduce at about the same rate in the body as we age. So the aging process is just going to happen no matter what. So for us to have the opportunity to not just use a technology and a product that's anti-aging, but truly age reversal. I know people who are in their 50s who started using this technology, have been using it for 2 years or longer. Their blood work, so their biologic age now shows that they're 25. Their chronologic age is that they're over 50. So that is truly phenomenal. That is something that can happen if you don't have a list of things going on over here. So disease, medications, things like that. Then your body you've already really taken care of your health and done a really great job. And so it's truly resetting you to a younger, healthier state. These other things, if you have all this, your body's got to be able to take care of all these things before it begins to reset your blood and your red blood cells and all of those things to that younger, healthier state, your bones, everything to that younger, healthier state. It's going to take a while because it's got to get through all this. It's got to do its repair work on all of that. So it took us a long time to get in whatever state we're in. Whatever our list is, it took us a long time to get there. So it's going to take some time to allow this technology to work, to be able to reset that, to have the health that you need. So the last thing that I like to mention is the immune system. Everyone wants a more supported immune system. We are constantly exposed to toxins, whether it's in our food, our water, our air. It is a normal part of our daily living. And so if we can have something that supports the immune system, okay, and that's all in just one patch, okay? One patch does all those 5 things that I just said, all in one patch. Truly, truly phenomenal. Again, a very long list of supplementation that you would have to try to get your body to work naturally, that you would be paying for. And this all does this in one single technology, which is truly amazing. Do I still supplement? Yes, I do. And I definitely use this as well. Was able to cut out multiple other things because so many things were already in here, which was fantastic. Do I also still take other supplementation? Absolutely, because I am always pursuing and investing in my health. That's what's important to me, because for however many years God gives me here on this earth, I want to be able to live each day optimizing that, living fully into whatever moment I have, because people that I know that really struggle with their health, there's pieces of their life that they can not do anymore. There are things that they can't go and do and enjoy because their health limits them. So I don't want to be limited by my health. I don't want that to be a decision that I have to make. I want that to be optimized, so my decisions are not based on whether I feel good or not, or whether I can or not. And so I'm truly thankful for it in that way as well. So those 5 things is what I talk about, but the list is very, very long. There's like over 80 different things that the GHK copper peptide supports in the body. So again, you really need to understand what this technology, what you have a hold of, that all you have to do is put it on your body. Okay, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Anywhere will do, but you can place it on the back of your neck. I wear mine there a lot, or below your belly button. Those are clinically tested spots. But if I have a pain in my elbow, then I'll wear it on my elbow. Wherever it is, you can place it in those areas. I put mine on in the morning when I get up. I take it off at night when I go to bed. The next day, I put on a brand new patch. And I just do that day after day, week after week. And I can truly say, not only did I have the pain instantly go away, the energy come back, the brain fog begin to leave. At 2 years, I went back in. I was having some different things going on with my thyroid. And so at 2 years, it showed that my thyroid had completely regenerated. I just did a testimonial call last week, which was on the thyroid. My sister-in-law has completely had her thyroid regenerate. After 9 years of being on medication, she no longer has to be. So thyroid is something that's very common that I see being supported as well, to all the way to the truly miraculous with the heart, and the brain conditions, which is truly amazing. So whatever you're looking for, the key is consistency and giving it enough time. So will I ever stop patching? No, I won't. I will have a patch on until Jesus comes to get me. So I just want to be able to enjoy every single day, having optimal health in every single way. So how long should you wear the technology? That's a very common question I get. Really, it's about what are your goals? What do you want to do? So, is it that, you just have a few things that you're working on? But really, if you have this list of things going on, I always tell people 6 to 12 months. And the reason for that is even anything else that you do, whether it's a medication or supplementation, they're probably going to give you for sure at least 3 to 4 months before they bring you back in for testing. Okay. So you want to give yourself, and usually like blood work, that you're doing with your doctors is going to be every 6 months or every year. So you want to be able to give yourself that amount of time. So when you go back into the doctor and have all that testing done, then you can see, you're going to see something in your results. I don't know that I've had anybody come back after consistently patching for 6 to 12 months and then going to their doctor, not having some type of changes. So even with very, very major conditions that I've seen people have, even if those were small, minor changes because their condition was so severe, but they were still changes in the positive direction. Whereas normally, without any other intervention, usually people just continue to decline because that's what we see. That's what the aging process does. That's what illness and disease does in the body, is that it's just a slow process sometimes. So hydration is key. So that is key. What you need to understand is that is key for any type of health in the body. Okay. So not just for the patch technology to work, but for your body to work. Okay. Dehydration is a huge epidemic in our society. Most people do not understand how important it is that they drink half their body weight in ounces every day. And really what that looks like is taking, a big gulp or a few big gulps every 30 minutes throughout the day. That's what's so important, because if you've gone several hours without drinking water, your body is actually dehydrated. And so that's not something we should be teaching our kids from a very young age, that's just a key part of what we do in our daily lives is drink water. So that's super important for the technology to work, because what happens is the electrolytes in your body is what creates electricity for that communication happen from cell to cell. Okay. And that's true for your body, your cells to be able to communicate no matter what it is. For any type of optimal health in the body to go on, they have to be able to communicate. When your cells stop communicating, that's when breakdown begins to occur. So there are many, many conditions that actually are just that people are dehydrated. So it's amazing how many conditions that can be reversed just by drinking water. So that's without any of the other stuff that I've talked to you today. Water is so important in your daily life all day long, to be drinking a little bit of water all day long. So please let me know what questions you have. You can use the chat. You can type them in there. You can raise your hand and come on and ask questions. That's what we're here to do, is just to be able to answer whatever question you might have. And is anybody, I don't know, is there anybody that's new tonight on the call that has not been on the call tonight before? If you haven't started using the patches and have not been on a call before, if you will type your name in the chat, we will put you into a drawing. So we always do a drawing every Monday night for 5 days free of the X39. So you can at least try the technology. I wouldn't expect for you to notice anything in 5 days, just so you know. It's just a nice little thank you for joining us and allowing you to just get to sample the technology. So is there anybody new? I don't see anybody posting anything in the chat. Okay. Any questions? Any questions we can answer for anybody, or anybody have a story that they want to tell? I can tell you, I did have a gal who came up to me and she actually remembered to put sunscreen on her kids, but then she didn't put it on herself. So she got a sunburn. And it was so funny. I would have never done this. I still would have been using my essential oils or whatever if I would have gotten a sunburn. But she's like, I'm just going to try the patch. I thought, okay, just totally cracked me up. And she was great. It totally helped, even with her sunburn. So I would not have expected that. So that was kind of an interesting little thing about the technology that I heard this last week. Anybody else? Please come on, Pastor Ed.
I gotta tell you, since using Celergize, I've been using this technology for 4 years, but nothing. I've always had really good results with the technology in terms of pain or whatever, but I've noticed a dramatic change since using Celergize, and in my hair and my stamina, just vitality, everything that I do throughout the day. I have more energy, and it's just been incredible. I definitely feel the all the nutrients or the amino acids, like you said, were all the minerals that are in Salagize, because it has enhanced everything. And we don't, our foods doesn't have the nutrients that it did years ago or decades ago. So having to have Salagize in my cabinet, it's been incredible. And I'm glad that you talked about that today. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And it really is interesting, right? Because most people don't realize, most people aren't going to run a panel that shows if your magnesium and your potassium is low. And if you just do that through a standard, regular doctor's test, those results, what you need to understand is that those results are not for optimal health in the area of magnesium and potassium. So I would go, and Google, if you're doing that through a regular doctor, and find out what what to optimize my health, what would be the range, or ask ChatGPT, what would be, to optimize my range of magnesium and potassium, because the standard that they're testing for is lower, basically just to keep you alive. I mean, that's kind of what's crazy, and so yeah, most people don't realize that they are deficient in magnesium and potassium. So once those are elevated, people really do start feeling better. Zinc and copper, a lot of people are low in copper. And so having those be in balance, and then also just being able to have the copper as well, can make a really huge difference. I had somebody who she was having issues with UTIs, and she'd been using, the patches, and of course they've helped with some, but once she added the Celergize, it cleared that UTI. So I'm not sure the Celergize would have done that by its own, but elevating the stem cells so that your body can then regenerate whatever it needs to and help your immune system and all of that, support the collagen, allowed her to then, having that added whatever nutrient she was missing, then her body was able to clear that. So that was pretty phenomenal. Vicki, did you have something?
Yes, I always have something, Nikki.
I
I
love
just
it.
wanted to say, when it comes to, like you said, just the bare minimum of like your magnesium or potassium or what they're saying is normal range, I don't want a bare minimum,
Right.
and it's that you're just like coasting by, I just want to thrive. I want to be, energetic. And today I just wanted to share our amazing technology makes me so much more thankful that I have it at my fingertips. So I'm going around and I'm, front and back in the yard and stuff. And I noticed I was going up the steps and my knee was a little wonky, and because I had done a workout last night. So I was like, oh no, no, we can't have anything happen. And like, so I just took the patch and put it on my knee and it went away. So I'm so thankful.
Absolutely, right? I mean, just move it. Just move it. I mean, see
Right.
what, yes. It's truly amazing. Yeah, I patched a guy with back pain last week and a guy with elbow pain, both like completely shocked because this is something they deal with on a daily basis and now it's gone. And they probably have dealt with it on a daily basis because of their jobs, so they deal with it, they've dealt with it for years. It's just there. They're just used to it. And now they don't feel it anymore. I mean, the one guy was so shocked. He didn't have words. I mean, he was just like, I can't believe this. Can't believe this. So yeah, truly
All
amazing.
struck, all struck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly right. Yes, well, we are over our time. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Please make sure you get back to the person whoever invited you to the call tonight. Tell them that you are ready to get started. Don't wait. Let us hear what's going on with you, what you're noticing with the technology, what you're feeling. And so that's important to us. That's what keeps us going, is because they love to help people. So please get back with them. Tell them that you're ready to get started. We do this every Monday night. So I'll be back again next Monday night, 30 minutes. On Wednesday night, if you want to hear, we have a whole line of technology. We go over the whole line on Wednesday night. That's at 7 Central Standard Time. You can find that link on patchtheway.com. It's a different link than tonight. And then we also go over the business opportunity. So we believe sharing is caring. And so if you have other people that you'd like to share this technology with, you can find out how the business actually works. And then Thursday night, normally we have a testimonial call, but this Thursday night we are actually going to be taking a deep dive into SP6. So we've done it over almost all of the patch technologies now, but we still have not done a couple of patches. And so this Thursday we'll be taking a deeper look at SP6 as well. So with that, thank you so much for being on. Please join us again. Please invite friends to come back. And we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.